Good morning. I want to talk about copeability because um, there's a lot of people that are here on this planet that are culpable in what has happened here. When you think about the judges that turned a blind eye to justice and letting these sex offenders off, these pedophiles off, um, and just the corporate greed that they turned a blind eye to and allowed these people like BlackRock to just mine the crap out of the world. These people all have a karmic debt on their backs now. This includes doctors, nurses who allowed um, sinister experiments to be, you know, implemented on society, um, with no regard for health. This is the same for police officers that, are close to retirement or just going along to get along, military. So there is a lot of people right now that are receiving very harsh karma, and they think that it's from spell work or somebody doing something evil to them, when in fact it is their own doings for turning that blind eye. The same with these so-called politicians that supposedly have your best interest at heart. Huh. They've never had your best interest at heart. And for people that are still believing that your vote matters, when you can clearly see that these people that are running, for mayors, governors, any other political office are demons. You can see it in them. So anybody that's still voting, it's just part of the problem. Now, as far as people building communities, the problem you have is that people are so greedy with what they have, they don't want to share with others. They don't want to help their fellow man um, in a time when, people need to be opening up their lands, their property, their, you know, 22 acres of land, and building communities with people that can help farm, help cook, offer meals, because these people literally want to starve humanity out and bring in these robots and this plastic currency to know where every dime you spend goes. And, there's videos out there of showing them training these like 21-year-old IRS agents um, to just go in and arrest the small business owner for not paying, the right amount of taxes. Well, how about these trillionaires that have never paid a dime in taxes? Um, so we have a lot of people on this earth that are culpable in what has happened, what has manifested here. And, uh, what people just don't seem to get is it's the same bloodlines after every reset that still come out on top, because they have completely lied about history, and you still have people out here believing that, it's just a Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, when the female aspect of our history was completely written out, because the goal is to turn the world into bestiality, where they're, transgendering the world. Now, these missionaries that went over and stole children to give to these demons to transgender them, well, they're culpable. All right? So you still have people believing that the church is, doing God's work. When you have ministers out there that are telling their parishioners that they're, you know, lazy in faith because they didn't give enough money to buy them a freaking Cadillac. This is not God's work. This is not a true God's plan for only a few people to be wealthy and the rest of the people to suffer. This is the elite's plan to have nothing but worker bees. And people need to wake up and see the signs that they are using the cross as a means to fish humanity into another cycle of karmic debt. So people need to, get their heads out of their butt and realize that no one is coming to die for anyone's sins. This is an inside job. Who you were as a person on this planet. And we're in trouble because if the youth who think that, oh, it's so cool to, swipe your hand with just a little swipe of a hand and you can pay for your goods. Well, they want them to believe that, they're living in an illusion, that it's a matrix, when in fact the world is being destroyed and terraformed right in front of people's eyes with this whole nonsense of global warming. It's global mining. And when you take all the trees down, there's no oxygen. When you spray the hell out of the world with these chemicals to kill bees that, pollinate the vegetables, when you have the federal government going in to Amish country and fining people for growing food, we're in trouble. And people don't seem to get it. All right, that's my rant. Have a good day.